Good morning and welcome to this edition of Lithuanian Brands Best Practice webinar series. My name's Darren Coleman. I'm the founder and managing consultant of UK-based branding agency Wavelength Marketing. It's also my pleasure and privilege to be the Honorary Consul for Lithuania here in my hometown of Birmingham. I'm delighted to be joined this morning by Žydrūnė. I hope I've got that correct. Žydrūnė is from Eldes Alarms. Morning, Žydrūnė.
Good morning.
Or I should say Laba diena for you.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Laba diena.
My limited Lithuanian. So thanks for joining me today. Delighted to have you here. First off, I'd just like to talk a bit about the context for Eldes Alarms. So can you maybe tell me a bit about your target customers, the markets you're in, and products that sit under your brand or brands?
Yeah, thank you very much for this opportunity. So Eldes Alarms is a Lithuanian brand, but is exporting 90% of its production, which means it's security systems, it's various detectors that is part of Internet of Things world. We are exporting to nearly 50 countries, but majority of our customers lie in Europe. They are distributors, they are service providers such as security companies, utilities, mobile operators who do serve the customers with a security concept and security product in various countries, dominantly in Europe.
Sure. So when you say a security product, what exactly do you mean?
We are a company that is designing and creating security systems for residential segment and small and medium enterprises. And we go into, for standard users, that would be a security system at house, security and automation smart house system that you would use not only to secure and protect yourself from burglary and intrusion, but also automate your daily functions. And that means to have a smart function, smart control of your house. We also, what is an interesting area of our business, we do create and manufacture the detectors for fire, for smoke and carbon monoxide, which is a separate business line. And we are technology partners to our customers who have a large base of the users, and they would be willing to sell security concepts, security and safety feeling to their customers by protecting them from most important issues, fire and carbon monoxide. So Eldes is designing such devices and selling via different customers, mostly B2B partners, service providers, security companies, insurance companies, mobile operators, IoT service providers, and also distributors.
Right. So are they white label or are they under the Eldes Alarms brand? You sell the product or is it branded Eldes Alarms as well?
We have both. We have our own brands that Eldes has developed. We have like Pitbull security systems, which sounds rather ambitious, I'd say. And we also have Boomerex, etc. These are our own brands, but we do work with a white label too. When our partners, the service providers, are creating their own brand in partnership with security with Eldes Alarms.
Got it. You mentioned IoT there, Internet of Things. This is a word I'm hearing more about these days. Can you explain a bit more what that is and how you use that?
Yeah, so it's a concept that is widely heard everywhere, as you say, but from the security aspect, first of all, these are connected gadgets in your house that do protect you, not only exist in your house. What is a common misconception? We have a standard, for example, standard fire detector, smoke detectors, or carbon monoxide detectors that create certain visual noise already, but they are not connected to anyone. You don't know whether there is an alarm in your house when you are on your holidays, or even when you are there for the grocery shopping. So Internet of Things for us is a concept having connected devices that do serve for security, which is understood as a security. You need protection to the person to secure the family, pets, houses by getting those notifications early enough and understanding what's going on, meaning being in control of your property.
Got you. So does this mean that if I've got a fire in my house and maybe the carbon monoxide level is getting too high, then if I've connected my mobile phone to that monitor, the monoxide monitor, I'll receive a notification to say, hey, Darren, you need to look at this. It's getting a bit dangerous. Is that?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we had various cases when, there is a recommendation to open the window because there is a leak and you potentially need to take care of. And there are also various stories how Eldes alarms secured and even saved lives because some of your friends, for example, and some people in Estonia, they were actually in danger, and neighbors were going to check on the property because there were people who simply fell asleep, and there was a disaster in the house. So that is what we say, how the Internet of Things concept is useful in everyday life.
Yeah, brilliant. Sounds fantastic. So you've mentioned about your brand architecture, how you've got products that sit under the Eldes brand and also products that are white label that you sell to other third parties and partners. I'd like to talk in a bit more detail about the Eldes brand. Can you talk me through parts of the Eldes brand?
So Eldes brand, by word, that would mean an electronic design. But what it has inside, it is this multi-brand, multi-product company and multi-product brand that has alarm panels inside, which are branded on different names. Some are more engineered focused, some are less, as the Pitbull security, right? Which is the panels inside. We also have the security detectors that are branded by Fumerex, means the security of the smokes and the carbon monoxides. But we also do the white label, which is a certain level of different brands that are consistent under the same umbrella of Eldes. So we are naming our brands and the products and the ecosystems of security. And then we are continuing on enhancing other brands, such as, for example, G4S Security, that does work with Eldes as the technology partner, and we rebrand the products that are dedicated for a specific market.
Got it. So do you bundle products together under a brand, so people almost buy a package of security products under a brand? So maybe carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide monitor, a camera for outside my house. Do you package products underneath one brand to cross-sell and upsell?
Certainly, definitely. We have those two lines. I think how we separate ourselves, we go more into the traditional security, as I say, the alarm panels and the accessories for the smart houses, etc., which is requiring a certain expertise in the professional security line. And we also have the second line that goes for the smoke detection, carbon monoxide detection, where we go more into the B2B partnerships, and then it's more standalone, it's more do-it-yourself type of the devices that would be very simple, the critical security, as I say, at the houses, which does not require many of the things, you don't need to understand much to actually have those devices. And that's why we were successful in establishing various partnerships, because then it's understood to the mass market.
Got you. So you mentioned the idea of trust there, because it's critical in B2B. Does this mean that the relative importance of your brand is higher in B2B or B2C, or would you say that the value and the importance of your brand is of equal importance in B2B and B2C?
I think it goes equally important, because, even if you have B2B partnership, eventually we are going into the household, where trust is a critical component and where is a fundamental need when you talk about the security and the feeling of safety in general.
Yes.
So Eldes does envision the peace of mind ecosystem everywhere. And that peace of mind is needed for the household, most importantly, and then to the partner when you are selecting the brand to work with, because you are providing credibility based on the third party that you are building the partnership with. So for us, it's important that the safety feeling is there in every household. And we're bringing it by reliable partnerships, by trusted product, trusted partnership. So it doesn't really, there's no line, I'd say, or barrier here separating consumer and end user to the partner on a B2B level.
Yeah. So the brand is all about generating an emotional response of feeling secure and having peace of mind.
Absolutely, because if something on the ceiling is there, and you don't even know if you are protected. Actually, in the UK, 43% of the households that did have any fire accidents, and they did have the connectors and detectors, the smoke detectors there. 43% of them were not functioning, and people thought they are protected, and they were not. And that is an important aspect here in trust building. You need to know that there's someone protecting you, that there is a trust in what you buy, and there is a trust in the service that is being provided. And that's what Eldes stands for. This feeling of being protected, not by general feeling, but by knowledge and confirmation that it's being done so.
Yeah, it's a really interesting topic. I've got loads of other questions fizzing around in my mind, but time's catching up with us. So I'd just like to move on to the third and final part and just explore what does the future hold for Eldes over the coming months and years.
Yeah. So Eldes is growing. Eldes is growing every year, and we are a technology company. So that means we are innovating too. And we do increase our installer database every month. So we have very aggressive ambitions in building the number of distributors, the number of installers who trust our brand and who do work in professional security. That's one thing. But another thing which Eldes is working a lot and investing a lot is this IoT part of the world, the smoke and carbon monoxide detection units for the new generations on the narrowband IoT technology, for very much focused on the new design, new technologies inside. So we're building B2B partnerships already starting from 2021, and with service providers, with utility companies, insurance companies, mobile operators globally, who will be Eldes technology partners in bringing this feeling of security to the households of millions. So we're launching the product very soon, end of 2021. And we are for sure working a lot with our partnerships to increase the export.
No, it sounds brilliant. And are there any particular markets or regions globally that you've got your eye on?
Yeah, right now we are mostly focusing on the European markets, as I commented. So the Benelux, Western Europe, like Germany, France, UK is one of our target markets. Scandinavia and UAE are the focus areas where we are willing to be part of a connected world.
Sounds great, brilliant. Well, I'd love to keep chatting to you about this, but regrettably time's got the better of us. So Žydrūnė, sorry, I'm terrible with it. Žydrūnė, thanks a million for your time. It's been a pleasure to have you on the show. This has been Lithuanian Brands, the Best Practice webinar series. Thanks for joining us. Ačiū.
Thank you. Ačiū.